Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
For anyone who may not know, I was just introduced, but I'll say again, my name is Jeff Legath. My wife Jenny and I have been members of this congregation for about 20 years. I'm in my 6th year of serving on our Board of Trustees and my 3rd year serving as president. I'm also serve on the Budget Committee together with our chair, Mike Ramage, and several other trustees and members of session. I've been asked and want to speak to you at this time from a leadership perspective and also as a member of this congregation. My family and I love this church. We put our hearts into this. We are all in on FPC Morristown. We're led by amazing ministers and staff who forge a terrific culture here. Stuart and his team help us accept who we are, imperfections and all, and make us realize that we, just like you, are exactly the type of people who need to be members of this church. FPC Morristown has had a profound positive effect on my faith and my family. Like a family, there's also a responsibility to share with you, our congregation, when times become challenging. In addition to decreased unpledged giving that we've received so far in 2022, and lost revenue from donors who have moved or passed away, we recently also learned that some of our very faithful donors are facing unexpected challenges. These challenges will have a significant impact on our church's expected donations in 2022 and for estimates of giving for 2023. Although we hope this proves to be conservative, we currently expect a decrease in projected revenue versus expectations for this year and next year of about $200,000 each year. This loss is significant to our budget. The budget team and leadership are making hard decisions while we seek to keep in place all of the core missions of our church, including all of our programs that support our members. We also very much want to keep contributing and funding our missions committee, deacons, and all of our benevolence as much as we possibly can. A big part of why I'm addressing you today is that our budget committee wants to do right by all of our constituents. We know how much missions and deacons help less fortunate people both locally and around the world. We want and expect to keep our dedicated staff in place. We want to continue to serve our community with programs such as the Strawberry Festival, children and youth programs, our spectacular music ministry, and many others. All of this, of course, takes money. We also have a beautiful church facility and grounds, which takes money to maintain. I think we need to face these challenges together as a family and united as a team. Our budget committee is wrestling with a proposed 2023 budget that currently will need to reflect reductions in all areas. This will not be pleasant and is certainly not our goal, but we will do whatever we need to do to share the pain equally and preserve the core functions and long-term sustainability of our church. I do not present this to you easily, but I believe it's very important that all of our church family hear this message and understand where we are. Fortunately, I know from experience how amazing this congregation is and has been at supporting our church. During the pandemic, we asked for, and you provided, your faith and continued support while we were not even open as a church. And we came through that stage of the pandemic as well as we possibly could have ever prayed for. So today, I'm asking again for your tremendous support. I do not want the congregation to think this is like most any year where Stuart sends out a year-end giving letter and we respond or not, perhaps not giving it too much thought. Nothing could help solve these budget issues more than additional gifts and pledges that we receive from our congregation, and I do not want to finalize proposed 2023 budget numbers until this congregation knows where we stand and has a chance to respond. As a leader, I would never ask you to do anything that my family and I are not also fully committed to doing. I assure you there's nothing like being president of the board to make you clearly see and feel the full weight of the financial needs of our church. Jenny and I have now raised our 2023 estimate of giving 2 times since we initially turned in our pledge card, to a level that's now 50% above what we gave last year and a full 4 times higher than what we were giving when I first joined the board 6 years ago. We are pushing ourselves to do our very best for this church. We ask that any of you who possibly can to join us however more you can help. I know many of you have likely already pledged as much as you possibly can, and I'm well aware that so many of you give much more than just money to this church. If you've already pledged for 2023, please pray on whether you can increase that pledge now, if possible, knowing where we stand and the challenges we face. If you have not pledged yet at all for 2023, I please urge you to do so. No amount is too small. And certainly as we approach the end of 2022, I ask everyone to give deeply, to dig deeply, and give as much as they can above their pledge by contributing to our Christmas Green year-end giving. How we finish 2022 will have a very large impact on what we're able to do in 2023. Friends, we can meet this challenge if we work together. God's grace is magnificent. I have deep faith that God and this congregation will provide what we need. The work of our church is vital. On behalf of the budget team, I ask for your continued prayers as we continue to work through this challenge. And I further ask of you to do whatever you can financially to help. Together, I know we will come through this and thrive as a church for many years to come. Thank you for your prayerful consideration of these requests.